Radio.
All right, we back at it, Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle DJ HED is back from your internet, securing your international bag. Yeah, Japan, man. You was out there with them Japanese people, man. What's up?
That's what happens to live in Japan.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. You was securing your international bag, man. What was going on out there, bro?
It was dope. We went out there, did some TDE shit. Shout out to my homie Ali.
I love how random you said it is, like just some TDE shit.
Right.
I mean, I know
Very
they day
casual.
ones, they families and shit, but you gotta remember, people don't know that you're actually close with associated with these people.
We was eating ramen together.
Well,
So
we'll talk
Damn,
about
I'm
that
jealous.
in a second.
That ramen sounds bomb out there.
All right, so for the people that don't know, we got Ayydé from Big Boy's Neighborhood hanging out
up?
with us, LBC connoisseur, and she's just hanging out. We just brought her up in here and said, "What's up, bro?"
Hey.
You feel what I'm saying?
Just kicking it. I might walk out of here. It depends what goes on. I'm kind of scared. What's going on?
She's like, "Yo, what is he gonna say?" I'm like, I don't know. We honestly don't.
What's
we
the
never
topic?
really
I know
had.
he's just up to something. He said, "Come with me."
Just we've seen it in the hallway. YG was doing an interview backstage with Big Boy. You guys did a phenomenal
Stay
job.
Dangerous.
Stay Dangerous. His album. Shouts out to him. So we said, look, we're gonna pull you in. All right. So back to you eating ramen with Ali. What the hell is that all about?
I was talking about ramen when we was broke out here.
Oh, okay. Back in the day.
Yeah, like ramen, like the ones in the bag, like ramen noodles.
I thought you mean you were eating ramen out
like
in
real
Japan.
ramen in Japan.
Right.
Some ramen in Japan, but
They don't call it ramen, right?
a few interesting things
I don't know.
about Japan.
Okay.
They have chicken sashimi out there.
What is that? What is sashimi?
Sashimi is like the raw
Raw.
fish that they just cut.
Oh, it's raw fish.
Yeah, bro.
But-
So it's like raw. Is
What?
it
raw chicken.
raw chicken? Oh, fuck
And
that.
I was like, and one of the
I'll show
I ain't
you.
gonna put him out there like that, but one of Ali's homies tried it and fucked his shit up.
He got
What you
sick.
mean? Like he got sick?
Bro, it's raw
Yeah.
chicken. Like
Wait,
not-
so so it's like before the
it's
meal.
sushi, but it's chicken.
Oh wow.
And I was like, they were like, yeah, you should try this. This is our chicken's so clean out here, you can eat it raw.
Nah,
I'm
hell
cool.
no.
I'm good.
So it was prepared for somebody to eat. Like
No,
it wasn't just.
It's a thing.
Oh nah, I'm cool.
It's a thing out there.
It's a thing out there. They do chicken sashimi where it's sushi. It's chicken. It's raw chicken. Like they kill the chicken, pluck it, skin
Well,
it,
at least
all
they
that,
kill
and
the chicken.
cut the meat off, and you just eat it.
Well,
straight
I'm
up.
sure all like Japanese people ain't getting sick like that.
Well, their stomachs is different.
Okay,
They're
so that's
used
what
to
it is.
it,
They're used
though.
to it. So
Yeah.
okay. Damn.
But I do like the food out there. Everything is clean. And
You know what? Was there, and there's no diss. Let me start off by this. No, I'm not, because I've heard this with people
Sounds
that
like it.
travel anywhere, not just in Japan, but any outside country. They say it's a different smell as soon as you get off the plane. Was there a different smell?
nigga,
What? No, I'm just saying that people that say that, people that come to America say the same
what do you
thing.
think I think about smells?
Look it.
Oh, motherfucker, I forgot you can't smell.
You
Goddamn.
can't smell?
No.
I
Really?
forgot. Damn.
You're lucky. I have a nose of a hound, and I
So
hate that.
This is sashimi.
What is that supposed to be?
Wow. Shots
Not like
fired.
literally.
So there's nothing prepared on here. It's just
No, they cut
That's
the
just
chicken.
it.
Nah, I'm cool.
So raw
I'm cool.
ass chicken. That's gross.
So, but okay, what was one thing? Because you've been to Japan first.
Yeah,
So
I've
what
been to
was
Japan
before? I'm sorry, I said first. What was the difference between your first time going to Japan
Oh,
versus this
time
time?
was you know what's dope about? Well, it's dope for us and probably bad for. Shout out to all the artists in Japan. They don't play no Japanese music.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't hear one Japanese hip hop song the whole time I was there. Not one.
So they just
So there's
play
no,
English?
like-
They play all American hip hop. That's it.
Wow.
Well, yeah, they're
Especially in the club.
they're huge with hip hop culture out there. Like huge. They have a lot of West Coast influence. That's why
lot.
you see DJ Kaza comes in the neighborhood.
shout out
He's
to
like
Kaz.
a Crip. He thinks he's a Crip.
Right.
He's wearing like Chucks. He's
full
all
out,
blue.
yeah, full
like
blown, yeah.
I'm like
Full out
wearing
with the Crip.
Yeah, he
Dickies.
was
I'm
the-
like, bro, like where'd you get this culture from? And it's huge out there.
Another thing that's crazy, they got a 9-story Tower Records.
Wow.
They sell hard copies out there in Japan, and they hard copies are 65% of their revenue.
Hard
Wow.
copy CDs.
Hard CDs.
Wow.
Physical.
Now physical CDs. Now what's crazy is
Let me just add this too, by the way, for the people that's listening to the podcast, and shouts out to Spotify. They just added us on there.
Oh,
Welcome to the
yeah.
Spotify
Hey.
listeners. Let me not hate too quick for the first 4 minutes of this. I don't know if you can hear DJ HED because his mic was off. But you can hear
stupid ass
you can
motherfucker.
hear some of him back there. So just want to let
you
you know.
gonna have to EQ the vocals.
I am. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So anyway,
The first 4 minutes sound crazy. That's what happened.
so anyway, what's crazy is like they sell hard copy CDs, and people line up around the block, like
Just
90s.
for the CD. What do you think it is about?
Now that ain't the trip.
Okay.
The trip part is there's CDs out there. The average price for a hard copy is $20. Right?
Hell no.
$20
CD?
American.
Okay.
Now listen, that's not the high.
Right.
They selling the most popular CDs for $40.
So you talking about
the new
YG
record,
Stay Dangerous is coming out.
I don't know YG gonna be $40. And YG might be a dub. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest.
What you saying?
Wait, yeah. What are you saying? What do you mean the biggest? Like,
No, I'm talking about popular pop
so
music is big out there.
Like Eminem.
So J-pop music.
Pop.
The J-pop song artist that my homie Taka was showing me, they CD I looked at it was $40.
So Ed Sheeran is going for a good like who?
$35.
Gotcha.
And they selling 3 million records.
what about those? What is it? I know they're not Japanese. I think they're Korean.
You talking about K-pop?
K-pop. That's different.
artist.
Oh,
But
it's
still,
not?
I mean, but that is
That's
a
what you
form
meant
of
by
popular
pop?
music, right?
But they have J-pop and they have K-pop. So J-pop is Japanese.
Damn.
Oh,
so
damn. So they're really different.
So
Yeah, it's
somebody like
totally different.
so like somebody like a Taylor Swift, she's going out for
The
40.
Taylor Swift of Japan.
Of Japan is high.
Yeah. I don't know how the
They're
American shit.
artists.
Yeah, I don't know how the American shit is doing, but they music.
Damn.
The group he showed me is like they Backstreet Boys, right? They selling $40 CDs and they went 3 times platinum, 3 million records
Damn.
sold at $40 a wop.
Wow.
All physicals. That's not no licensing, no publishing.
no
That's
stream,
just straight
none
up
of that.
like hard copies.
So what do you think it is about the international market that's allowing them to still sell hard copy CDs and allow it to be still like a thing? Because out here, that nobody.
Well,
I don't even have a CD player in my car.
You know, hey, maybe y'all probably have you ever watched any of them like them North Korea,
channels?
the North Korea documentaries where it show how the people are kind of sheltered?
No.
Okay, so
Truly, I haven't.
what's interesting about this shit is they're kind of like closed off.
Also, they don't know what's going on.
I mean, they kind of know.
So they
like
they don't know about Apple Music is what you're saying.
The
They don't know
government,
about Spotify.
low key, the homie. I might get killed for this, but the homie was telling me that if I die, the Japanese
what
government
happens.
has something to do with this shit. But I think that he said somehow like they kind of keep the streaming and all that shit away from the general public.
Do they
So
keep it
let me-
controlled? Kind of like
Keep it controlled, yeah.
Kind of like in Cuba, you know, like in Cuba they don't have any access to that, so they pass around this USB, and on that USB, that's where they get all their new music.
Are you
So it's like, say
serious?
I come in and this is my USB or whatever, right? Like I have it loaded, it has news, new music or whatever it may be. Then I pass it to you, and this is how it gets passed
So
around.
that's
That should
form of
take
bootlegging.
forever.
That's kind of yeah, but that's how they get their new music and stuff, because everything is super controlled out there that they don't really have access
That's
to
kinda
stuff
how
like
it
this.
is.
So
Okay, you were out there, you were riding around through the city, right? And you were obviously streaming on the iHeartRadio app, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so when you're in the car with somebody and you stream the app, they don't say, "Hey, what the fuck is
Well,
that?"
I was in the car with motherfuckers who know they travel. Like my dude Taka, he back and forth. Like he.
Oh, okay.
I
So
wasn't with the average motherfucker.
Gotcha,
Like
gotcha.
I was with some motherfuckers. You know
So
what I'm saying? And shout out to
assuming-
the I was with some dudes.
You was at the roller 60s.
No. I was with some shit.
What you mean?
It was. I can't say like you know what I'm saying.
some
All right,
shit.
well, give me an idea. You was with the right people. Is that what you're saying?
It rhymes with Ha Kuzma.
Okay, I don't know
what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, but shout out to them. Man.
Shouts out
Kuzma.
to, I'm not going to even.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
even
want to fuck
listen.
around. Hey, so thank you for
Kuzma.
getting my boy safe out there. Let's
Man,
just say it
now
like that.
trip this though. They had the Fuji Rock Festival,
Okay.
that's where Kendrick was performing, right?
Right.
That shit is 2.5 hours, 3 hours, damn near from Tokyo.
Okay.
It's like the Coachella of Japan.
Right.
People are out there in
It looks
tents.
crowded.
200,000 people.
Wow.
Are you serious?
People are out there in tents.
Going crazy for
People out
for
there-
TD.
This
This is
Yes.
it. This is
So
going.
I will
it's
get into
happening.
this in a minute, in a second.
What are we doing?
Wait, what the fuck is going on? Wait, Doc Winter just walked
Well, yeah,
into
our
the,
boss just walked in.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know what's happening
Are you
right
dissing
now.
me? We're live.
I just wanted to know why they were talking to you.
Wow. Why wouldn't they want to talk to me?
I was like, this is a very attractive woman, and I realized
All of a sudden you're trying to clean it
That's
up.
subjective.
Here
that
it
is
goes.
subjective.
Yeah.
Have we had a conversation about black men and Latino women?
No, we getting there.
Come on,
You
man.
guys
Yeah,
need
What is
to-
this
we gotta
about?
ease into
Go.
the
We doing-
conversation.
go.
I'm doing the Japan recap right now, and then we're gonna get to
Goodness
that.
There's a lot of shit we could be talking about, though. The whole black Latino thing. You're talking about the fact that you're eating watermelon. And
First of all, I'd
Put
like
a
to
pin
say
in
that
that.
I'm 3% North African.
Wait, what
That-
part of
that don't count.
Wait, what
Yes, it
part?
cunts.
What part?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
That don't
cunts.
count.
What are you
Yes, it
talking about? Yes, it
She said,
cunts. So this is what's going on
Yes, it
now.
does
This is where the
count.
whole direction
What was
goes.
it?
Yes, it does
What's the
count.
name of the 3% that was in you?
Wait, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, Doc Winter.
Doc Winter, listen, we don't have nothing to do.
Right, none of
I'm
that.
glad that got recorded because that's my boss
Nah,
right there. I'm
I don't
gonna
have
put this.
nothing to do
I
with
have a file, an open case.
Allegedly. What are you talking about?
Allegedly.
Wow.
So okay, they go out. You go out there. All this continues to happen, and you were with some people that had some shit, or
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
And then okay, so talk about the Fuji Fest.
Bro, they don't allow umbrellas. So
The fuck?
it was fucking raining, and they don't allow the people to take their umbrellas into the venue. So
they
people
gonna
just
do? Hit
That's
people
like
just
making people suffer. What are you?
they just out there for 8 hours in the rain.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong.
8 hours in the rain.
And what about like the people that are a part of the show, like you guys?
They allow you to do whatever you want. Now, I finessed my way into the show,
Okay.
because I'm like, bro, I got on a West Coast hoodie, I got on an LA hat, and it's like, why else would I be in Japan if I'm not with these motherfuckers?
Right. So I mean, you had.
Do I
you
look
had a
like I'm
pass.
from around here?
Wait,
No.
so you didn't have a pass to be at the show?
Well, no, I had a pass, but not a pass to go where I wanted to go.
Right, backstage access type shit.
So
Hey, you
no,
stand out.
I was with
Like-
yeah, exactly. I'm in Japan. I'm telling a dude, I'm like, do I look like I'm from Japan? Like,
What you say to me?
Should I be here right now?
but yeah, overall it was dope.
All right. So did you dip into any Japanese tings out there?
No, I don't have sex out of town.
I'm just saying. Was there potential to?
It was potential, yeah.
Which-
Hey,
okay,
shout
so-
out to matter of fact. Let me shout her out right now.
Because I've heard there's a fascination for black men out
Hold
in
on,
Japan.
yes it is.
Okay.
That shit is real.
So talk to me about that.
worldwide.
What happened?
Let me shout
is
out
worldwide.
what's her
That's
name.
true, because when I went to Cuba, the guys were surprised. Like, there was this one guy that I was dancing with, right? And then after he's like, "Oh, you're gonna come home with me?" I said, "The fuck, no, I'm
Wow.
not."
Shout out to Sarah. Sarah, what's up?
Wait, is it
West
Sarah or
Coast. I don't know.
Okay.
Sarah.
Sarah. Shout out to her.
All right. Well, let me pivot real quick. You
God
said
is
somebody
good.
said somebody expected you to.
Right. So when I went to Cuba, okay, so they're used to having a lot of the European women go there and
Right.
visit. So after we were done dancing, he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna come home with me?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not
They
gonna go
want a
home
little
with you." Like,
extra
I don't know you.
Yeah, but
we were just dancing.
let
He's
me-
like, "You're different." He's like, "You're different." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, we're used to the European women that come out here."
So
And
you
I
were
guess
exotic
I don't
to
know if
them.
this is true. Well, yeah, to the European women, black men are exotic to them.
Right,
Because
right.
I was like, "Oh no, boo." I was like, I have
don't get
like
that. Yeah.
guys all
But
over.
I see
LA.
enough of that in
I
Long
see-
Beach.
I was like, you're not exotic to me.
Hold
But
on,
I can
hold
sit
on,
with
hold
that.
on, hold on. Let me real
What?
quick. Tell the truth. You didn't go home with him because you weren't attracted to him, not because of some principle.
No, it wasn't no principle.
Were you attracted to him?
He was cute.
Were you attracted to him?
Yeah, he was cute.
Would you consider seeing him outside of that situation?
If he lived in LA?
Yes.
Yeah, possibly. He was fun. I was there. I was in Cuba for 12 days.
No,
I didn't mess
say it,
around
man.
with nobody.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What is your type?
I don't think I necessarily have a type.
Have you dated a black guy?
Yes.
Do you date black
She's in
guys?
hip hop.
Yes.
I'm just asking.
Of
You gotta ask
course.
that kind of
Every
thing.
woman in hip hop likes black people.
Hold on. But have you dated outside of black people? That's the-
Outside of
yeah.
black people,
Not when she went black.
I dated a white guy once. He was
One
kind of
time,
bland.
Yeah, how was that? Like chicken with no seasoning?
He. That's fucked up. Why you gotta say it like that?
I'm just saying.
It's true. I mean, that,
No,
I'm curious to know what was your overall impression of that experience?
Of what? In
The
Cuba?
white guy?
Oh, the white guy. It's just different cultures. He was cool, but there was just some things that he would say that would bug me.
They don't season their meat.
Kind of like smart ass comments, kind of borderline racist.
condescending type
Yeah, and I wasn't with it.
Did he
so.
ever say he hate Mexicans?
Hell no, he didn't. He loved Mexicans.
After you peed?
I don't fucking know.
Did he ever say? Did he ever? Were you ever in the car with him and he's like fucking Mexicans?
No,
No. I know. My grandma used to do that shit.
nah. He was cool. He's just at the end of the day, he just wasn't.
Yeah, but
for me.
why? He had
He
little
was
meat,
mature.
Yeah, ask me something
We
specific.
didn't even have sex, so
but you saw his meat.
no, he did not.
You did not.
Did you
I
assume
kind
that
of
his
felt it.
was it little?
Wow, she just
Right.
She's a
Like, it's
grabber.
like, let me just see. Let me just see.
Did you confirm that this white man had little meat?
No, it
Did you
wasn't
hear
little.
from
It was
the
like
homegirl?
average.
It was
No.
what's average?
I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you what.
I don't know. I'm black. I don't know what's that. West Coast.
I'm gonna tell you what average is to me.
Oh my God.
What is it?
What is? Yeah. What's
To me,
going?
it just wasn't. It was cool.
It was small.
I'm done.
How did you grab
do
his
you-
crotch if you didn't even sleep with him?
You can grab a crotch without having to sleep.
that's how
You
you
ain't
get
never
that.
felt up on a girl without sleeping with her?
Nah, usually
Kind of just rub her a little bit and then nothing happens.
Okay. So
I
okay.
just kind of had to. I'm just.
What did he look like? Like a Park Walker or
Yeah. What kind of white?
what kind of white we talking?
He was white.
Was it a white that you would have thought, okay, possibly something can work with this, or was it a white like, nah, this is
Oh no, he was very workable with.
okay.
Yeah, he was cool,
But
but
Hip hop ish.
somewhat, not fully.
Where'd you meet him at?
At school.
Okay.
I went to school with him.
So you kind of already knew it was about his personality, kind of.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
He wasn't like no random ass
Okay,
guy.
so good. Fast forward to today. What's your type?
Tall.
So
Smart.
So basically, if in my ningo, look, so let's get to the bottom line. Right, it's my ningo man. When you say tall, over 6 feet,
Way over 6 feet.
so 6'5".
Like, that's my ideal.
But why?
So-
but why tall?
That's what I'm saying. What if
Because
he's
once you go tall, you never go back.
but why?
that don't make sense?
No, it does.
No.
Why tall?
Once a woman's been with the tall man,
Why?
trust me.
Tell me why.
Because there's just something sexy about a man
Why?
that's just tall and you're short. Like, it's just manly to me. Like, I
It's
like
5'11"
it.
tall.
I like climbing shit, so
It's 5'11" tall.
no.
Okay, so anybody that's 5'11", just anything that's outside of 6 feet, you ain't fucking with them.
And 6 feet to me is even short. You guys are all short to me.
Okay,
I don't
so
give a
You guys are like average. Like, you're not like short like Louis short. Like, Louis fucking short.
right. But there's no. So my thing is, if somebody came to you and this motherfucker had everything outside of the height, would you be willing to consider him for a
Yeah,
date?
most likely yes.
Because I'm trying to figure out when it comes to your dating
Here's
principles.
what I want to know.
Go ahead.
Why is it okay for women to discriminate but not us? Why can't be like,
That's not discriminating. That's having fucking standards. Everybody can have standards.
okay, well, what if my standard is you got to have this much ass, or you got to be this cute, or you got to have this much hair, or like, why we can't do that but y'all can?
Yeah, you can. Who said you can't?
Because we get shamed for doing that.
No, dude. If you get shamed for doing that, like you an ugly ass, and then you want like this fucking model type.
Nah, the perception
No.
is, the perception
Because
is
usually it'd be guys like that. Like I used to have a friend that was, I'm sorry, he was super chubby, didn't work out, like didn't have a really good job, but he wanted like this top-notch model woman. Like, no, bro, like get your ass in the gym, go lose some fucking weight, and get yourself together before you're asking for these things. Like and in those type of situations, then I could see it. But it's like, nah.
But you don't think that that's a form of discrimination?
I don't think it's discrimination. I call it having standards.
You don't think it's a discrimination when when one is on one pedestal and somebody's on the other pedestal, basically? So what if you're talking about even standards, right? If this guy is, for lack of better words, more attractive and quote unquote fit and all that, he can then ask for somebody more, quote unquote more attractive.
I think it would make more sense if that makes any sense.
So you
saying
saying
other people
so,
can't do it.
so you want
I'm just saying other people can't be wanting pretty people.
wow.
Like that's all. Honestly, that's all very shallow things.
Wow.
But at this
Don't
point,
go
it's
after somebody because of their looks, because that goes away at the end of the day.
Time out.
Wow.
But his looks,
Attraction matters, though.
Listen, but his looks is for you. You're saying don't date somebody like that, but you like somebody that's over 6 feet, 6'5". That's a part of looks.
I'm just saying. I prefer. I'm not saying that that's like all
It's
deals
not a
off.
deal breaker.
I mean,
it's not a deal breaker.
but honestly, you know what? I'm kind of lying though, because if you're not even 6 feet, just
You're
like
not
don't
fucking
even
with
look.
it.
So you're discriminating.
You're discriminating.
I am discriminating.
There it is.
There
Don't
you go.
even look my way. You're unqualified.
truth. There it is.
You're unqualified.
Live your truth.
At what point for you were you like, man, this is a
I'm gonna
wrap?
be a discriminatory, insensitive motherfucker. When did you decide that?
Probably like the last 5 years. Yeah, it's been like that.
So who is the? Are you talking to somebody right now?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. When
What happened to that guy you
what
was
happened?
all in love with?
He's a dickhead.
What?
Get out of here!
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's
What,
not even appropriate.
what
even hear
happened
what
when
he said.
what happened
Talking
with old boy you was all in love with?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. I missed something.
What happened?
What happened
He's
with
10 years older than me,
what's the wrong with
Wow.
that?
Years older than my wife.
Wait.
and he was just supposed to be a hookup when it first started.
And then it.
But you were infatuated with this man.
Okay, but this was past the just hookup phase. Okay, I talked to him for like 4 years, so
Okay.
You
Chick for 4 years.
Wait,
I wasn't
hold
a
on.
side chick first
I
of
want to
all.
make sure I'm getting the story correct from
What
you.
happened?
Is he
from
in
Ayydé. Look, I
Well,
wanna know,
this his
so-
shit. Fuck you mean?
My shit. My universe.
Fuck you mean? If I see anything, he can be where the fuck he want to be. You want to sit right here and die? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn mic.
Fuck
Shit.
you mean? What?
Inappropriate questions. Okay, what?
No, I was asking you. So it started off as a hookup.
Yes.
It was more than that for 4 years, right?
Well, yeah, 4 years. Shit.
4 years. And at what point? Where did it go bad?
When you start catching fucking feelings,
So,
everybody knows
Who
that.
caught feelings?
That's what I
Both
want
of us.
No,
somebody caught feelings
Who
first.
caught feelings first?
Maybe I did first.
Okay, no, not maybe. Did you or did you not?
How do I know? It was a mutual feeling.
But
You lying.
no, look, we got there's red flags. So at what
There's
point?
a shit ton of red flags
That's what
that
I'm
I just
saying.
was like,
Make sure, let's for the record, you did not say red fags. I'm just make sure you said that. You said red
Red
flags.
flags.
I just
Listen,
want to make
this
sure.
DJ head.
Yeah, I'm just letting
I don't got nothing to do with what they talking
Red
about.
make sure that we're
flags.
clear about this. Red flags.
Me, Doc Winters.
flags.
You know what I'm saying?
There were so many.
What was the
There's
first?
so many.
What was the first sign?
when he told me he wasn't looking for commitment.
He wasn't fucking with you.
But he didn't say he wasn't fucking with me. He just said,
I'm gonna fuck you, but I'm not fucking with you like that. So at what point? Okay, you meet. This is day
I'm
one.
gonna fuck with you, but I'm not gonna fuck with you.
You
Basically.
meet. You guys hook up, and if you don't mind me asking, how when you met? Fuck that. What am I asking? You met him. How soon did you guys like hook up like that? When did you sleep with him? When did he actually like?
Within the first month.
Within the first month. Okay.
Yeah,
It's good.
Keep that shit solid. Goddamn it.
I'm a grown ass woman
At what
now.
point
Like,
did you start catching feelings?
Right after.
like a year after.
When she went up, when she got to go get the towel.
No, that's not true. Shut your ass up. I didn't.
So
You didn't go
He
get the
brought
towel.
it.
a year.
He brought it. Why would I need to go get the towel?
Wait, where did it go down first time?
In his house.
Well, I mean,
Oh, so you just okay. Let me ask you. So
Hold on, wait. What were you asking?
no.
let me ask you this. Hold on.
I was trying to figure out.
I want to know about the towel
Go ahead.
before we move on.
So
I was
This-
just
we're talking
joking
about
with you.
the
I'm not gonna give you
first-
details about towel, no towel.
So you don't get the towel? Is that
In
not a
general.
woman obligatory thing for the woman to get the towel?
How you gonna get the towel?
Actually, damn, I
Oh,
never
you
thought.
got to come on the back. That's what. No, because I do the same thing. Like when you leave it on the back, then you
I don't
just
know
you
where the hell
blame that. Don't move. I'll be back.
Yeah, right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
West Coast.
Okay, so goddamn, you threw my whole shit off. All right, so you,
Well, Chuck just had a baby, so he don't know about the
So
coming
you
being
said that-
external.
A year after. It was a year after where I realized I had caught feelings.
okay, and so at what point did he realize it was starting to get a little more serious, and the red flag he gave you was, hey, you know we just fucking, right?
The red flag was always from the beginning, though. Like he always said, like there's no commitment. But I never told him after that 1 year that I wanted commitment.
What'd you tell him? How'd you fuck it up? What'd you say?
This is only been recently because I'm
wanna
not
get to that too.
happy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, I'm not gonna keep doing this. It's been 4 years. What the fuck am I
Right.
doing here? Like,
You knew that going into it.
But you thought it was gonna
yeah,
change.
but I didn't say nothing until right now. That's why I'm
You thought
not
it
with
was
him
gonna
no
change.
more.
So
I didn't think he was gonna change. Actually, I thought I was gonna change. I know you can't change nobody.
Gotcha. So you thought-
you should never want to be with somebody that you want to change from the. It wasn't that I wanted to
You
change
thought
him.
she was gonna fall out of the hookup phase.
I
And probably,
thought-
now, did you think? Okay, I'm
No,
let you finish.
I thought I could change myself. I thought that I could change my mentality to
Right.
believe in what he believes in, which is non-commitment, and he also doesn't believe in marriage. But I should have gone from the get because I believe in marriage, and so that was never going to work. But I really try to, because some of his stuff, what he says, he doesn't think that we're meant for one person for the rest of our lives.
No, a man is not.
Interesting point. Interesting
so
point.
he tried to say that that's something that society created. So all of those thoughts like really got in my head, and in my head I was like, okay, maybe he's right. Like maybe I am gonna get tired and bored of him because sometimes I would be bored with him.
Right.
So I'm like, well, look, it works both ways. If I see somebody and I'm interested in, then I'm not really locked in or committed to nobody. So you could do what you got to do. I could do what I got to do.
6 month lease.
But I do want to ask you this: at what point, or did you ever think about possibly having an open relationship with this guy?
I would say probably after that first year. When I started to realize that I had feelings, I'm like, okay, well, it's not so bad anyway. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, I thought I wasn't. But in between, after that year mark, like, we had a lot of ups and downs with that whole situation.
Because you have feelings.
We both had feelings, though.
The only reason there were ups
We
and
both
downs.
had feelings, though. It wasn't just a one-way street.
The question was, were you down to have an open relationship with him?
But if you think about it, the whole 4 years was an open relationship.
No, but I'm sorry.
We weren't committed to one another.
Let
If
me-
he wanted to go fuck and be with somebody else, he did that.
Got you. But I guess what I'm asking is, and this is, I guess, a different form of an open relationship. What if you wanted to bring somebody else into the situation?
Oh, he mentioned it a lot. He mentioned it a lot, but that was something that I knew I would never do.
So you knew
Because-
you were okay with having an open, being like we can date different people, but
You didn't wanna-
I was to be honest. I thought I was okay, but I deep down like I wasn't. Like
Gotcha.
it wasn't something I wanted after like a certain time. Like I
Right,
said,
right.
after I started catching feelings.
You thought
like,
you was
no.
that guy, and then you realized, like, oh shit, I'm not built for this.
Right. No, I thought I could do that. And when I realized I couldn't, I was like, look, I'm not
And
happy.
there's
I'm
nothing
not
wrong-
happy. I honestly I can't continue to do this with you. Like if this is what you're about, go for it. Like
there's nothing wrong with that. It's sometimes, I mean, and to be honest, it's okay to kind of think outside the norm and do different shit and kind of have an open mind when it comes to certain shit. It just didn't work out for you. At what point did he realize, like, okay, who cut off the situation?
I did.
You cut off the
She
situation.
wasn't happy.
Because I wasn't happy, and there was no way that he was gonna change his mind, you know.
Right.
And it was like, You know, the funny thing is that one day I told him, I was like, yo, like, I'm unhappy and we're not growing. Okay. He said, this is what he said. He's like, what you mean we're not growing? You're growing. I'm growing. I said, together.
But you,
you doing great with your career.
Right.
I'm doing
I was like,
fine.
bro, this is what I'm talking about. I was talking about like as a unit. You know what I mean? And
but you're ignoring the contract that you signed.
yeah, so because at the end of the day, to him, everything is okay because he told me from the get, I don't want commitment. But that's why, like, it didn't work at the end for me.
Did he ever tell you why he didn't want commitment?
He tried to say it's because
No, he did say.
no, because this is. I feel like it's an excuse because he doesn't believe in marriage because he never had a good example of marriage. Okay. And like I said, I think that it's an excuse because I didn't come from a marriage. Like my mom was a single parent, but that doesn't mean that I don't want marriage or that I don't want to aspire to it. But I don't know. I just think it's a poor excuse for it, just because I didn't have that example of it growing up. We don't have a lot of examples about a lot of things growing up, but yet you still aspire to have it, or you go around a way to get something. I'm talking about a lot of different things.
Let me put it in a different perspective, right? We all grew up, you grew up, you're from Long Beach, from Carson, Head from Carson. Like, we grew up in the inner city for the most part. You know what I'm saying? In the outer city, however you want to look at it. We don't have the best examples growing up, right?
My mom was playing games and got left.
Nah, but just outside, outside of that, right? With school in general. We have some people that went to school, some people probably didn't go to school.
Right.
It was probably brought up and taught to you, hey, you should go to college, right?
Right.
Did you go?
Yeah.
You did, right? Mm-hmm. But the idea of going to school and going to college is not really for everybody, right?
Right. I didn't finish.
So, but that isn't.
I tried it.
He better than us. He finished college.
No, I did, but yeah, I'm not even getting on that tip. I'm not finishing 4 years, but it's not even about that. It's about certain people may not be students.
Parents, though.
I did. They were broke up, but whatever. Some people are students and some people aren't.
So yeah, both of his parents.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, some people are born or have that mentality of being students and some people don't. Like, it's just, that's a part of your personality.
I still think, I get that, but I still think it's an excuse. And that's on top of him trying to say that he's been in past relationships and well, that's what leads to that, actually. He's saying that past 3 years, all his girlfriends have always wanted marriage after that, and that he's just not down for it. And he doesn't see a point in getting in a committed relationship unless it's going to lead to marriage. And he doesn't believe in marriage for the time. So he's like, he just doesn't see a point.
Outside of your religion and outside of how you feel, what's the purpose of marriage?
To commitment.
Like,
to stay together, to...
You could do that without marriage.
No, I want marriage.
No, but why?
Because to me, it's almost like a promise that you're not going to just give up. I feel like...
What's the difference between me saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be with you and only you. That's a promise.
That shit's a contract.
What's the difference?
It's a contract.
Okay, it's a contract.
It's a contract. You signed it.
But listen, but hold on.
Okay.
I could print out a contract and we could sign it. And it could be like my promise to you and your promise to me. Why marriage?
I don't know, because it's something that I've always wanted.
Why?
Because I believe in it. I believe in raising a family together.
You can raise a family together without being married.
No, but I want marriage, though.
I'm asking you why. Have you thought about it?
Because I feel that when you get into this contract, like you said, I feel that you're going to try more. Like, there's something more to try. Like, it's a marriage. Like,
something to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I have yet to find anybody that can articulate this.
No, it's really a hard thing to articulate.
I don't think anybody really has the right answer. I mean,
I don't think there is a right.
Because I can just tell you, as a married man, like, the reason why I wanted to get married is because, like, I wanted to do that shit. Fuck that. I want to have a celebration. I want to the shit that most people say that women want to do, because it was about the celebration. I like the party. Fuck that. And I want to have a celebration about our union, because
you could do that. You could throw a house party and have a celebration about that.
But it's still marriage, though.
But the how we celebrate in this society is through marriage, right?
Yes.
That union.
Yeah.
Because that's
yeah. But what
right?
I just want to.
Are you against marriage?
Let me
do you believe in marriage?
Well, he knows how I think.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but
okay.
I need to get to the nuts and bolts of shit.
All right. So
like,
why do you wear pants?
To cover up my drawers.
Okay. Then why do you wear drawers?
I participate in societal norms.
Okay.
Now you know me.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm getting into this conversation.
You know me. If I didn't have to I wouldn't
do
participate in none of this bullshit.
But I think
I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
Most people aren't built like that. Right. If I had the option, I would still wear pants just because.
Fuck that. I wouldn't wear. I'd be in this motherfucker in my drawers right now.
Fuck that. I'm not trying to.
Not giving a fucking dare nigga to look through my hole.
But I think
It's complicated,
everybody is
depending on
different.
what you believe, definitely. And it's not before religion, by the way, because I'm not religious in that sense. I would
Me
say I'm
either.
more spiritual. Like I grew up Catholic, Christian, and I don't follow that. I think
Me
they're
either.
gangs, but so that's
They
not,
are gangs.
It's not about that.
I had that difficult conversation.
That's interesting that you said
Like
that.
I'm
though.
not getting married in a church. But eventually, when I do get married, like I want to have.
But if you can really, do you think that you want to have some? I'm not sure about the whole family situation, but as far as mom and pops, they weren't together, or did they get married or nothing like that?
No, they got married.
Okay, so
and they
is
got
that-
divorced and separated.
Is that
so.
something that you just are in love with for the idea of, like marriage?
No, I just like I said, I feel that it's a. I guess, like you said,
It is. It's a contract. No, for sure.
I just feel like it's that extra step that you have something to work towards. You know, does that make any sense?
does,
like,
but-
I feel like when you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, or what people like to call partners
Right.
nowadays, you know, like they call each other partners. Like, well, it's really easy to walk away from that.
So let's just say we hitting reset button right now. Ayydé creates the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get married, but you can have everything to keep somebody accountable for being together.
Why marriage?
Why not?
Do you create, like you can create a contract and have somebody sign it, or you can create some whole new other frivolous shit that you want to do. Do you still go with that act, or do you go with, all right, fuck it, like I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do?
I mean, I guess you could take away the word marriage. I still want that union between another person, but I think it's really important to discuss that with. I think that's why there's a lot of failed marriages, because a
Right,
lot of people
people
get
don't talk about that.
to marriages and they get married. I'm sorry, they get married and they don't discuss what a marriage is. So it's
Right.
like just like Head right now. It's like imagine Head and I getting married and we don't know or whatever. Well, I guess we wouldn't because he doesn't truly believe in that.
I believe in marriage, but I believe in. I'm just gonna do it because I just participate in the bullshit.
But what I'm saying,
I don't
it's like-
believe in this shit. But
But that's where you have issues, because it's like what marriage means to me is probably different than that person. A lot of people don't discuss that. It's like same thing with what is cheating exactly. What is cheating to you as what is cheating to me? Like
cheating is anything you can't do in front of me.
Some women get mad because their partners or their husbands, boyfriends, whatever it may be, go to the strip club behind their backs. Is that
Right.
cheating
Right,
necessarily?
right,
like
right.
I don't know. You know, I'm just saying that if there was more communication with people, I think that marriages would last longer. It's like, what do you want out of life?
Let me tell you the truth.
What?
You're right about the communication thing, but in reality, to keep it real with you, women don't want that harsh reality. Women want to believe in the hope and the fairy tale. A lot of, in my experience, they want that allure of happiness. And,
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I think a
and
lot of
anytime
people.
that's why
fails.
I'm so out the box because I present all of the reality up front. Here it go. Here go the harsh reality. Here go the harsh truth. Here go everything right here. And so that's why a lot of times they don't want you to present it to them that way. They want to be coddled a little bit because they want to believe that one day you'll fall head over heels in love with them and you'll want to marry them and you want to proclaim your love to the public about them and you want to show them off. And exactly. But when you meet a motherfucker who's like, look, I ain't fucking with none of this shit off top, it's like, oh my God, it's a shock because it's killing your hope.
No, definitely. No, it's true. And I think that was kind of like the situation that I was. But again, in the beginning, it didn't matter to me because I wasn't looking for that either.
Gotcha.
But after that year, when I did start having feelings for him, like that's when I knew I should have walked away and I didn't. But again, you know how you asked, like, or were you trying to change him? Nah, because I'm with you on that. Like when somebody tells you straight up, this is what it is, like that's what it is. And I really wasn't ever trying to change him because I don't believe in that. Like that's already a sign on its own that you shouldn't try to be with that person. If you see something that you don't like about them that you want to change so badly, like that's never going to work out. I really wanted to change myself and my mentality. But at the end of the day,
You wanted to be a killer out here.
nah, I wasn't trying to be a killer.
Now, what if
like,
the roles were reversed?
I want a commitment.
What if the societal norm was to not be married?
Woo! Plot twist.
The societal norm is to not everything that what Head is talking about and an old boy that you was with.
Plot twist.
The societal
It's
norm
reverse.
is not to do that. And you're the one Lone Ranger that's talking about, yo, union,
Marriage,
this
this,
and
and
that, there. Would you still be open to the idea of
Look, you killing her hope.
No, because I'm saying like what I guess I'm only saying that to that. Well, let me get your answer first. Would you continue with the champion of the flag of fuck that with marriage, union, contract. This.
Hold on. But I don't.
Hurry up, we gotta wrap up.
Hold on, I don't want to get nobody confused. Though I never talked about marriage with him.
Okay,
it was just commitment, as in like boyfriend girlfriend, because we were never even boyfriend girlfriend.
We all know commitment leads to marriage,
and that's why that was his argument all the time. The funny thing is, I never thought about him as a husband.
Exactly.
It was I really didn't.
She wanted to conquer this motherfucker.
I really didn't. Like the thing is that I really didn't.
This was a conquer for her.
You wanted a committed relationship with this dude, but you didn't have it in the hopes of being married down the line.
It wasn't even that. Honestly, I didn't think about marriage down the line with him. Like I hadn't thought out that far. It was more that in the moment after 4 years, like, and you're not even my boyfriend. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Be honest. Was it more of like, I just got to prove this motherfucker. I got to just switch his mindset?
No, it wasn't that. To be honest, I knew I wasn't gonna prove.
It was ego.
I don't know, but the thing is that it wasn't just me though. It was also him. Like
fuck him. He's not here.
He'll sit there and try to say like, oh, like I told you from the get go. But one day when he saw me on stage twerking on somebody else, he damn near had a heart attack. I went on a vacation with somebody, and it wasn't even like a couples thing. And he tried to say that I went on vacation with his friends and turned it on into a couples thing. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything. So it's like he would try to act like, oh, I'm very nonchalant. Like, you can go do whatever you want to do. I'm unbothered. Like, whatever. And he'd always pull me in. So it's like.
Was he in this relationship? Did he fuck other people?
Yes, he did.
Did you fuck
a relationship?
Yes.
But his reaction would be a little pissed off.
Hers would be the same.
When he really, like, if he would see me. Okay, look, the one time that I did have sex with somebody else, I told him, and I didn't like it. It felt weird. I really did not like it. It was because we were kind of on like a little break or whatever. Maybe I hadn't really seen him. And girl got needs. So, and I just went back into my little file.
Like, getting my Rolodex.
Right.
Dust this motherfucker off.
But it still did. It just didn't feel right for me. It's just not my thing. It's really not.
This motherfucker off.
Stupid.
God, this motherfucker.
No, yeah, but when we came across when he was doing it, like, yeah, no, I didn't like it. And so that's how I knew, like, this isn't for me. I'm not open to have an open relationship. That's what I learned from this. Okay. Point blank period. I will never try that again.
Okay, so at least at the end of the day, you learn this, but still.
But shit, the next thing I need to learn is that I need to leave way sooner than 4 years, because damn.
But what if the next situation is the same thing?
Love.
And then the next situation is the same thing.
It's not going to be the same thing.
Listen, what if, I'm just saying, let's in an ideal world, let's just say hypothetically speaking.
You're killing me.
If the societal norm
Stop laughing.
was not to be in a relationship or be like whatever, like monogamous or
then I guess it would be easier. It's not even that though. I feel like that I just know that I'm a serious dater. I'm a serious type of person. My first relationship was 5 years. My second relationship was 7. This one that wasn't even my fucking boyfriend.
40?
Not even 7. My first boyfriend was like at 13.
That don't count.
Yes, it does. For 5 years. What you mean it don't count?
It don't count.
Yes, it does. He was in my life for 5 years.
13 to 18?
What are you talking about? He took away my virginity.
13 to 18, right? Okay.
That shit don't count.
13 to 18?
13 to 18.
You lost your virginity at 13?
No, I didn't say I lost my virginity at 13. I lost my virginity at 16, first of all.
I can see if you were like, this is a 13-year-old boyfriend and you were there for like 6 months.
No.
This is your first.
Anything before 18 don't count.
No, it does count.
No, yes, it does. For 5 years? What are you talking about?
You don't even legally exist.
It counts.
Yes, you
counts
do.
as a relationship.
You don't legally exist till 18.
It counts as a relationship. All right. Now,
I think my mom was getting food stamps for me, so I legally exist.
So she was in my name and shit.
I had an EBT card. It would.
Okay, so I'm having a hard because I'm with you. I'm trying to make it make sense. But the
I'm just trying to tell you that I know I'm into serious dating.
Why?
I can't just have a fuck around. That's what I've learned. I can't have just a booty call because I've been catching feelings.
There you go.
And that's the problem. So he wants to take my heart out of my chest.
That's what we got to figure out.
So I don't have no feelings.
No.
That ain't,
You can't do it. You're not built to be able to do that. You understand that?
My whole plan before I met him, this was my whole plan. You guys want to know my plan? My whole plan was to have a rotation. I was going to have 3 guys, just like my friend had, because she had A through like D, okay? And I was like, damn, I want to be just like you.
So that's where the influence was.
And then it never worked. It stopped at him.
But she's not normal. Okay, you're not built to be able to do that.
But a lot of girls do.
Yeah, but you're not. She's not built for it. They're always gonna be fucked up mentally. They're always gonna go through what you just went through.
Right.
They always gonna have all them regrets and I can't. It's be frustrating because you're not built for this shit.
So okay.
I'm not. My booty call turned into 4 years.
Let me say okay. So let's say the next relationship turns out the same way. Where they're like, nah. Not really into the whole committed
Don't
shit.
put that out there, Chuck.
I'm just saying.
Damn, man.
I just want
Can
you
I do two in a
I
row?
just want you to mentally
girl
be
live?
ready, because if it happens, then how are you gonna pivot? What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
It's not gonna happen.
What are you gonna do?
Because I'm not gonna allow it to happen.
How? You can't stop that, though.
Yes, you can, because I've already learned from this past relationship to listen to the red flags instead of continuing. So when a guy tells me,
You
"Look,
can't listen
I'm not,"
to flags. You gotta watch for them. But
Shut
I
up.
got
That's
you.
what I
I
meant.
got you. I got you.
Asshole.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, damn it. Okay, we're gonna have to continue this conversation.
Okay.
This is not done. We're gonna get an update from Ayydé.
Yes.
And figure out, are you dating anybody right now?
Hell no.
Are you? Have you been out on a date recently? Anything? So after this guy, there's been nothing.
I'm not interested. That took a lot of my energy.
So you're not even
a lot of my
looking at this point?
emotions. No, I'm not.
So you're not trying to get booed up at any point.
I don't
want to
be booed
So
up.
you don't want to be in a relationship right now.
Somebody
It's
somebody
gonna-
comes to you and say,
it's-
"Look, I want to be in a relationship."
Hell no, I don't want a relationship
want-
right now.
what if they
I
say,
want
I
a
heard-
relationship with him because I've
I
already
heard
invested
you-
the time with
No,
him.
no, no, no.
Listen,
I just start
somebody
on me.
listens to this episode. They like, man, we heard you on Spotify. Man, Ayydé, I know who you are. I get your personality. I'm 6'5", and I want a relationship.
Okay, well,
I
it
don't
takes
even know-
more
I
than
don't
just
even-
being 6'5".
Hey, but everything else that leads up into what you're interested in. Would you take them serious as a contender to date at this point?
Right now, where I'm at?
Right now.
No, I don't want to date right now.
What if you pass
So
up?
you're not entertaining no male attention.
Not right now. No, I'm
Get
not.
the fuck out of here.
I'm not.
All
I
right.
seriously am
Thank
not.
y'all for
I
listening.
put down everything I love. I'm not.
No peeing, no nothing.
Nothing. I'm not.
When's the last time you had sex?
Whenever the last time I saw a boy,
When-
like 3 months ago.
3 months. You've been 3 months dry right now. Water.
I mean, I know how to please myself.
No, I'm talking about with some penile.
Nah, it's
Some
okay.
black, some black man
Look,
strong.
we're going to have to get an update from
All
Ayydé.
right, all right,
I'm
we
sorry,
got to go.
Lupe's going to be pissed at us because she always sends us topics and we
I'm
never
sorry,
hit these
Lupe.
topics. We're going to hit them next time. No pun intended. Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle DJ HED. Thank you, Ayydé. We
Bye,
are
Dizzle.
out.
Bye,
We'll
Head.
catch y'all next time.